Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing a back to homeschool supply haul with all of you. Before I share everything with you guys, I just want to let you know this is in no way our curriculum for this year or textbooks or anything like that, reading books. This is purely just supplies that I felt we needed a restock of before school starts. My goal is for us to be starting our core homeschool curriculum. We're still going to be doing supplementary type stuff within the next couple weeks leading up to the 12th of September, but once the kids resume sessions, that's when my homeschool curriculum will be here for what we're using for this year, and we'll go in that way. So I'll share my curriculum, my thoughts on it when it arrives, and I'll put it in a video for you guys. But for now, we're just gonna check out our homeschool supplies. I figured we would start out with the staples and then move into some of the fun items. Most things are staples. I didn't go too crazy this year, but I did buy a whole lot of pencils. So these are our favorite pencils, Ticonderoga. I mean, these are the kids' favorite pencils. They're my favorite pencils. They sharpen nicely. They write nicely. The erasers work well. And so I picked up 2 of the 18 packs, and then they only had one 30-pack left, so I picked up one of those as well. So that'll be a good start. We still have a few pencils from last year, but I just wanted backups because we do start moving through them pretty quickly once we get going. I grabbed this pack of 8 pencils. There's only 8 in here, and these are the Try-Write ones. These are a triangular shape, and these are supposed to help kids when they're learning how to hold a pencil. I just decided to get these to kind of start the school year off with. Although we have been working on homeschool stuff here and there this summer, we haven't been doing like a ton. And so I figured those will be good for the first couple weeks of school just to get the kids back used to holding a pencil, you know, more consistently as they're writing more, and then we can phase into the other pencils. And then Ticonderoga, I'd never seen these before, but these are like multicolored pencils, and I thought these were really fun. So I'm trying to put together some sort of like incentive-based thing for the kids a little bit because, you know, they are only in 2nd and 3rd grade, to keep them interested and engaged. And I just figured this would be something, you know, when I put together this like incentive basket or treasure box or whatever it's going to be, I don't want it to just be filled with a bunch of crap that's just going to be all over the house and in vehicles and in the bottom of bags and just, you know, like squirreled away in your house. I wanted to get stuff that the kids could actually use in homeschool. So I picked up these pencils because they're different than our everyday regular pencils. And I honestly, this greenish teal one might have to come live in my office because I just like the color so much. With pencils, you're also gonna need erasers. And so I grabbed a 4-pack of the Pentel high polymer erasers. These erasers are my favorite. They got me through many a tearful-filled pre-calculus and algebra assignment. I love these. But then, Ticonderoga, I'm going to give it to you for your marketing because my son, who literally could care less about what eraser he actually uses, saw these and went, "Mom, these are the world's best erasers. They're the world's best erasers." So of course, how could I argue with that because it's on packaging? And he said that we had to get them because these don't say world's best erasers. These could just be world's most consistently quality erasers. These are the world's best erasers. So I'll let you guys know. You know how sometimes some channels do like beauty box showdowns or product showdowns? No, we're gonna show down erasers around here because I bought these. So Ticonderoga, they better be good. My son may have found the world's best erasers, but I bought all the markers this year. So the reason that I did this is because the kids have kind of gotten to a point where they really enjoy using markers. I don't let them use them in the vehicle or anything crazy like that because I love my life too much. But I am going to let them use them for assignments. And so I just decided to get some different colors and different styles. I grabbed 3 packs of just the regular traditional like Roy G. Biv bright colors from Crayola. And these are the fine line ones. You also get in addition to your Roy G. Biv colors, you get black and pink and brown. So I grabbed some of those. Then I got 2 packs with bright colors, and these are more of the broad line, and they just have like a hotter pink and a brighter like tealish color and purple. I think if I show you guys the top, you can see the colors a little bit better. So I did pick up 2 packages of those. I also got this set, which these are 10 assorted colors, and this one has the colors on the back. So you have things like teal, primrose, tropical violet, laser lemon, Blue Lagoon, Seafoam Green, Hot Pink, and Battery Charged Blue. So I picked up 2 packs of those. And then I went with the classic broadline traditional bright colors. Again, Roy G. Biv plus black and pink and brown. So we have those as well. Then I grabbed this pack from Fred Meyer because it was under $2 and there's 30 non-toxic fine line washable markers in here, and it's just basic classic colors all the way through. So these are just a good addition to have. And then because I want to use these as well, because sometimes I like to use a grown-up coloring book, or occasionally I will color in pictures of My Little Ponies, because why not? But there's these. So these are the, if I can hold them correctly, Super Tips Draw Thin, Draw Thick Washable Markers by Crayola. There's 50 colors in here. It's everything. It's all the colors. My personal favorites, because I know from using these markers before, I really like the raspberry color. That's this one right here. And then I also have a deep affection for sage green. And, you know, if I had to run away with any color, I would probably be running away with turquoise swirl. In addition to markers, I did pick up some colored pencils. I did 2 of the pre-sharpened 12 packs. These are in your more classic colors and bright bold colors. So I did 2 packs of those. And then I picked up a 24 pack, and these are also bright bold colors, pre-sharpened, and I think there's just some different variations. Like this one, you get some pinks and some magentas, and this one is just Roy G. Biv and brown, white, and black. So just colored pencils to restock the ones that we have. The kids have also been using colored pencils a lot more than they ever have in the past. I think a part of that is due to us having a really nice, high-quality pencil sharpener, which I left in Manly, which has been very difficult for all of us, but we're going back this week, so we will be picking that back up, and it's never leaving this house again. I bought more crayons, and I don't know why. I think I got sucked down the vortex that is back to school supplies, because we have so many crayons. We have like containers of broken crayons that I keep because I like to melt them down and make the kids make new crayons. I mean, I don't make them, it's not a factory. We just like making crayons, because why throw them all away just because they get broken? But why did I buy 4 more boxes then? I don't need to let loose 4 more boxes of crayons in this house. They're gonna revolt in the middle of the night and color on my walls. I know it. It's what crayons do. The kids got to pick out their own folders this year. Now these are going to be their primary folders, basically, that they turn in any of their loose leaf work or loose worksheets into at the end of each homeschool day, and then they will come to me for grading. And so Lilliana picked out this one because it said King Kitty on the back, and she was honestly so excited about this, and it's just a folder, but I mean, I understand. I used to freak out about loose leaf paper every year, so it's understandable. And then Danielle picked out this one. It's kind of got this like oil slick, almost watercolor design, and then it's really neat because they have their individual file folders here, where you could either just put like a schedule, if you have a schedule, you know, put that in here, or the kids can customize it. These stickers come off, and then when you open the inside, I thought it was really cool that it was solid blue and not white, so that's really neat. And then Nikolai picked out this one. I think he was inspired by Danielle's choice. Same style with the pocket on the front, and his is bright green in the inside. Then I did pick up these from the dollar spot. I picked up a grade book and a lesson plan book. These are actually pretty cool. They're not going to be the ones that I primarily use, but they are good backups, and if I find myself kind of needing a new system, you can put your personal information here, long range planning, a roster, dates to remember, medical and emergency information, and I'm guessing this was designed not with homeschool in mind, because homeschoolers generally don't need to fill out all of that information, but more traditional teachers probably. And then it just has regular weekly planning like this week of. There's no dates in here, so it is really handy to have. And I do believe in the back it has some templates, which if you are a teacher, I can imagine these would be helpful, but you know, like a parent-teacher conference template, I could fill this out for myself. That'd be all right, probably. Reading awards, I may actually use those. Home reading record, which again, we won't be needing, but I do think it's really cool. And this was only $3, so not terrible. And then the same with the grade book. It's got similar style of templates and additional information you can fill out in the front and the back. I won't be using it, and it just looks like this in terms of the record keeping or grade keeping. It just has the name down the side and like the name down this side. You have room for 40 students. I don't have 40 students. Class notes, subject, period, week of, date, assignments, attendance. So it's just a handy thing to have, and I just wanted something official for grading. I do have something else I'll be using, and I'll be sharing that in a video soon, but I felt like this was a good backup in case that one doesn't work out the way I want it to. So there was that, and that was also $3 as well. One thing we did actually really need this year was loose leaf paper. So I picked up 2 different packs. I got the filler paper wide ruled 175 sheets, and then this is the Up and Up brand 100 sheets. I got the reinforced filler paper. We'll see which one does better than the other, because this one was like $3 and this one was like $1.25, and you have 75 more sheets in here. So anyway, we needed this because last year I found with Nikoli when we were homeschooling that I was often tearing out like pages from a notebook or something. I just didn't have any loose leaf paper, partially because we had some notebooks that we needed to use up, and we did, and I just felt like it would be easier if I just had regular loose leaf paper to kind of help that situation when we just need a sheet of paper. So I also grabbed some composition notebooks, and these are wide ruled, and I believe it has 70 pages in them. If you're interested, these ones come with $6 of coupons inside. I didn't need any of the coupons this year. I have used them in the past when I've had to buy, you know, school supplies for a traditional classroom list, but I just grabbed 4 of these. They were 4 of them for $3 when I picked them up at Target. So you guys saw the green one, and then there was a pink one, a purple one, and a black one. Everyone actually has a wide ruled notebook that we're using now, composition notebook now, and a journal that we're using now. But I just felt it would be good to have backups, because last year I actually needed additional ones like in February, and there weren't any in the stores, and so I decided to get them now. Plus they were, like I said, 4 of them for $3, so they were more affordable now than they would be at some other random point in the year. I did find a couple of other things in the dollar spot, and they are these reading comprehension language workbooks. This one is grade 2, and it's all about animals, and this one is grade 1, and it's adapted from the stories of Beatrix Potter. And I just decided this would be kind of a good on the go. Sometimes I just like to take the kids to Starbucks for a day, and we bring some simple assignments with us, and everyone just sits there and does their work, and it's just a nice way to kind of get out of the house and get out of funk. Sometimes we'll take it to the library, and I'm just planning on doing that at least once a week. And I don't necessarily want it to be our actual lessons. I want it to just be supplementary stuff that can be kind of fun, and these the kids really like because they're not too serious, they're simple, they can read them, there's a couple questions to answer, but for the most part these are relatively workable, doable for the kids to do on their own, and they like them. So I just grabbed a couple of those. And then I found these little awards that say, I'm a super reader. I guess it's a certificate technically. It's got a little bookworm over here, and it says presented by and date. And I think it's really, really cute. So I grabbed these for $1. And then I also grabbed these bookmarks, and they just say hip, hip, hooray for, and then blank name. And there's 24 of these, and these were $1. We always need bookmarks around here. I'll probably let the kids put their name there and then some stickers if they'd like or something, just to kind of personalize them a little bit. I also bought glue. And this is kind of like the crayon situation. We didn't really need glue, but somehow I put it in my cart and purchased it anyway. I don't know. If you guys have seen my homeschool room tour, you'll have seen that I have like a shoe organizer on the back of my door in there with a bunch of supplies. I have like 2 separate slots filled with just glue, and then one with glue sticks. So we have glue. We're prepared to glue things. I don't know why or what, but if it comes down to it and there's a homeschool glue assignment that I come up with, we're ready. Who am I kidding? I'd probably have to buy like 96 more bottles of glue. The last thing that I purchased that is supply related, I actually took out of the packaging, you know, the first time I tried to film this video, and it's some watercolors, and these are the Pearlescent watercolors. There are 21 colors. It's by Niji, N-I-J-I. I got these at Fred Meyer, not in like the back to school supply section, but in the art supply section. I almost dropped it. And I thought these are they're really beautiful. They do have this pearlescent finish, and they've got some really beautiful jewel tones, and we like to watercolor paint a lot. It's something that I think all of us find pretty like soothing, like on a good rainy day. It's nice to sit in our dining room or even our living room and watercolor paint, and just kind of, we each kind of get caught up in our own watercolors, and it's something the kids enjoy. So I thought I would just add to the watercolors that we have. I'm also going to share a couple of the things I purchased for the girls for back to homeschool type clothes, and these are from the Cat and Jack line at Target. And I picked these out because, you know, for us to homeschool, we don't homeschool in our pajamas. It's just one of the things where I like for all of us to be dressed for the day when we begin, but everyone likes to be comfortable. And so the girls pretty much live in t-shirts and leggings during the school year unless they're in the mood for something else. And so I picked up for Danielle one of these Cat and Jack shirts. This is a cute little pink, just simple v-neck, And I appreciate the fact that Cat and Jack has a blend of things that are prints. Like this one was just too darling for me to not pick up. I really liked this. They're kind of almost like hearts, but a little bit of abstract. This one's for Danielle as well. And this one is a scoop neck. It's not a V-neck. But, you know, then they have just like the solid plain colors, and I think that's really nice. And for Lilliana, she also got the same shirt as Danielle. No, they are not the twins, but I just can't resist dressing them alike still. And they went through a phase where they didn't want to be dressed alike at all. Like it was if anybody had the same thing but in a different color, it was not okay. Now they actually enjoy dressing alike, and it's really stinking cute. So I got Lilliana that shirt as well. And then for Lilliana, she's really into blues and teals and greens recently, and so I got her this really nice kind of cobalt royal blue colored v-neck as well. And then they each picked a pair of leggings, and Danielle picked these pandas. They're super cute. I'm really pleased with her choice for these. I picked out, so what I do when I take the kids shopping, and I can do a like clothes shopping with your kids video if you'd like me to at some point, but I usually go through and I pick out 3 or 4 different things for the girls. Like I picked out 4 pairs of leggings for each of the girls from the Cat and Jack line, and I said, okay, pick your 2 favorites, and they picked your 2 favorites, and I put the other 2 away. And then I said, okay, pick your absolute favorite, and this is what we ended up with for Danielle. And then this is what Lilliana chose. She chose these galaxy ones. So it's a tactic that I've used for a few years now. It works out really well. It helps them feel, I think, like they're getting to make their choice because they are. But I'm also, in a way, still controlling, because it just needs to be done to help keep life moving along, what they're purchasing and what they're wearing within reason, and I get to pick out a couple items and then they get to pick them. Why am I folding these? I don't know. See, you set laundry in front of me and I fold it. Why? I had to fold the last 2 shirts. I couldn't look at them and see them not folded. What's ridiculous is that all of these stickers and tags still need to come off of these, so that was pointless, but it's done now. That was everything that I picked up as a part of our back to homeschool supply list for the start of this 2016-2017 school year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are a homeschooling family, leave a comment down below with what your must-have back to school supplies are, and I will be seeing you guys again very soon. As always, lots of love from Alaska. Bye guys! Founding fathers and heavy erasers, they messed something up. That whole quill. How many times do you think a founding father threw like a quill and ink across a room? You know how sometimes we like throw our pencils down when we get frustrated, or our pens? Maybe that's just me. How many times do you think they like chucked that? I mean, that makes like a legitimate mess. They probably had more self-control. They probably didn't throw it because it made a legitimate mess. It's a good thing I was born in the 80s, not the late 80s, like Thomas Jefferson late 80s, like just got back from France 80s, but like modern late 80s. What? History is happening and we just happen to be in a very scary election year. I feel so helpless when it comes to picking out school supplies by myself with 3 kids at Target at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday.